it's overwhelmingly obvious that the planet is going through an ecological crisis. And I think it's pretty hard to ignore, certainly as a human on Earth, and most importantly and specifically as an artist. So I'm finding it very important to start minding my creative process in light of sustainability and hazards involved in the materials for both myself and obviously for the world.
I think at our soul level, we are all artists, because what it means to me to be an artist is to be in touch with the essence of romance, and essentially all of life is romance. And why wouldn't you care about yourself? This is all me. You know?
I think because it's an issue that we need to start, well, we should have been thinking about it a long time ago, right? But I think artists are kind of spokespeople of society, right? A lot of our work kind of represents what's going on in the world, and it's seen everywhere. So we have to be responsible, right? In our making, be responsible and intentional, I think. And start dialogue too, right? Get people thinking more and talking more.
Yeah, I think, as an artist and just as a human, it's just a reflection of us. We are of the earth. So I think how much we care about the earth is a reflection of how much we care about ourselves, really. And both, I think we should give the utmost care for.
An artist, I think it's really important to care about the climate crisis because it affects all of us. We're interconnected with everything, everyone, all of nature, and I think that as the future progresses, we're going to be more and more affected by the climate crisis.
I am indeed. Coming out of California, I have been mindful and aware of recycling for probably about 30 years now. So within my art practice, it's just a natural reaction for me to always be recycling materials and paper.
I've tried to have as much awareness around the materials that I've used as possible in what I have created in the past. And I think that's always been a difficult challenge to do something that really, it's like, how do you live your entire life aligned with your values? It's difficult to do that in the society that we have today and how things run. And I view art as like a vehicle for my heart's expression, to relate to other people's hearts, so that we can all get on the same page and start giving a shit about what really matters. And I think that it's an interesting experience to have that be the desired goal, while also using mediums that harm the earth in order to do so. A lot of how we communicate contradicts itself. And yeah, I think that's everybody's challenge.
Small things like I use rags and rag services in the studio, so I'm cutting down that waste. Recycled, I don't know, gosh, it's hard, 'cause I think a lot of the inks I get are like throwaway inks. So they're not necessarily recycled, but they're kind of a waste product. I've gotten rid of all of the really harsh solvents and chemicals, like Gamasol. I don't use Gamasol anymore, and things like that. But I still really don't know what's in the products that I'm using,
Yeah, I do what I can. It's always a dilemma creating on like the material plane and just creating things for people to consume. With music, I'm specifically like vinyl, I'm aware of vinyl, pressing that. So when I any packaging materials I use, I will use all recycled compostable materials. If I'm printing on shirts, I'll use organic hemp, instead of just basic cotton.
In my actual artwork, I am not, but I have been thinking about that a lot lately. In my packaging and shipping materials, I do. So I reuse a lot of that because I realize that creates a lot of waste and garbage and plastic waste. But I have been thinking about how and what materials I use in my work a lot lately.